Elizabeth Taylor was not merely a film star, she was a worldwide symbol, a remarkable presence celebrated for her stunning beauty, exceptional talent, and a life of grandeur. Beyond her accolades, jewels, and renowned relationships, she was also a mother to 4 children. What was it like to grow up as one of Elizabeth Taylor's offspring? Let us explore the lives of her children, starting with Michael Wilding Jr. Born on January 6, 1953 in Santa Monica, California, he was the son of the iconic Elizabeth Taylor and British actor Michael Wilding Sr., who was 2 decades her senior. For Elizabeth, her marriage to Michael Sr. from 1952 to 1957 represented a period of desired tranquility. It seemed only natural for Michael Jr. to venture into acting. In the 1980s, he appeared in television series such as Dallas, portraying Alex Barton and Guiding Light as Jackson Fremont, as well as in the film Deadly Illusion. Observers often remarked on the resemblance of his mother's famous violet eyes. However, his acting career was relatively brief. Michael Wilding Jr. ultimately discovered his true passion lay elsewhere, sculpting. In 1991, he relocated to Santa Fe, New Mexico, a celebrated center for the arts, and embarked on a career as a stone sculptor specializing in abstract forms. He drew inspiration from the New Mexico desert, describing his sculpting process as a dialogue with stone, striving to reveal form by eliminating the unnecessary. He utilizes materials such as civic marble, bronze, and limestone. His commitment to his craft has garnered him recognition within the art community with representation from various galleries, notably the Wilding Cran Gallery in Los Angeles, which he co-founded with his daughter Naomi Wilding, symbolizing a new generation's involvement in the arts. This shift to sculpting enabled him to develop a distinct artistic identity. Michael Wilding Jr. married Beth Clutter in 1970, but they later divorced, and he subsequently wed Brooke Palance in 1982, a marriage that has endured. He also has a daughter with Johanna, named Dawn. Michael Jr. is the father of 3 children, including Layla Wilding, whose mother is Beth Clutter. Naomi Wilding, daughter of Johanna like Dawn, and Tarquin Wilding, son of Brooke Palance, reportedly shared a close bond with their grandmother, Elizabeth Taylor. The strong connection between Michael Jr. and his mother was particularly evident when he gave her away at her wedding to Larry Fenske in 1991. Following Elizabeth Taylor's passing in 2011, Michael Jr. issued a heartfelt statement describing her as an extraordinary woman who embraced life fully. He expressed that her lasting impact on the world would always inspire them. He commended her achievements in film, her business acumen, and her courageous advocacy for HIV/AIDS awareness. Michael Jr.'s children have passionately continued Elizabeth Taylor's legacy, particularly through the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, ETF. All 3 of them, Liela, Naomi, and Tarquin, are actively involved in her charitable work. Naomi Wilding serves as an ambassador for ETF, while Tarquin Wilding highlighted their collective commitment to honoring Liza's generosity. Although Michael Jr. prefers to maintain a low profile, he likely supports their efforts in more private ways as his children visibly uphold the cause. Lastly, Christopher Wilding, born on February 27, 1955, in Los Angeles, experienced his parents' divorce at the tender age of 2. Similar to his brother, a significant portion of his early life was spent in Europe. While Elizabeth Taylor endeavored to protect her children from what Christopher referred to as the spectacle of her fame, he vividly remembered the presence of paparazzi frequently stationed outside their residence. Despite her attempts, escaping the spectacle proved challenging. Christopher recalled his time at boarding school where he would read magazines to stay informed about his mother's life, much like any devoted fan, and faced unpleasant teasing from peers regarding her public relationships. Although born to 2 renowned actors, Christopher primarily established his career behind the scenes, working extensively as a sound editor and assistant director. His notable credits include serving as assistant sound editor on films such as Tombstone, 1993, and Overboard, 1987. He is also credited for his role in The Shadow, 1994, as well as Judgment Night, 1993, and Loverboy, 1989. This focus indicates a deliberate choice to engage with the film industry on his own terms, motivated by his craft rather than the allure of celebrity. Additionally, Christopher has been recognized as a photographer, although details about this aspect of his life are less widely known. He is currently reported to be retired. Christopher Wilding has largely maintained a private personal life. His first marriage was to Aylin Getty from the Getty oil family on August 26, 1981, with whom he had 2 sons, Caleb Wilding, born in 1983, adopted, and Andrew Wilding, born in 1984. They divorced in the late 1980s. He subsequently married Margie Carlton, who is also esteemed in the film industry for her sound work, and they have a son, Lowell Wilding, born in 1992. As of 2016, Christopher was reportedly residing with Margaret in Calabasas, California. For many years, he kept his relationship with his mother private, but he has recently shared meaningful reflections. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he remarked, "She was so beautiful that some people tended to overlook her exceptional acting talent, and I believe if she were alive today, she would take great pride in her philanthropic endeavors." He has openly discussed the difficulties associated with fame. In the BBC documentary series Elizabeth Taylor, Rebel Superstar, he reflected on the media frenzy surrounding Taylor's relationship with Richard Burton, describing it as burdensome, and recounted the unpleasant ridicule he faced at boarding school. He disclosed that his mother later expressed remorse for not being an exemplary parent. Christopher empathetically replied, "However, I perceived her as a good mother. It was not an easy task." His involvement in this documentary series, reportedly his first television interview regarding his mother in decades, is noteworthy. His candid evaluation of fame, likening it to a pact with the devil that is ultimately unworthy, stems from a lifetime of experience. Christopher Wilding plays a formal role in preserving his mother's legacy as a trustee for Elizabeth Taylor's Southern Trust, which entails overseeing her substantial estate. He and his fellow trustees even initiated legal proceedings against Christie's auction house concerning Taylor's esteemed collection. The proceeds from the exhibition sales for that auction were designated for the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, ETA, thereby connecting Christopher's trustee responsibilities to the continuation of his mother's essential philanthropic endeavors. Additionally, Liza Todd, born on August 6, 1957, in New York City, was a celebrated arrival, with even her modest birth weight making headlines. Life magazine featured baby Liza alongside her iconic mother on its cover. She was the sole child of Liz Taylor and Mike Todd. Tragically, Mike Todd passed away in a plane crash on March 22, 1958, when Liza was merely 7 months old. The tragic loss that Liz experienced, which she reportedly never fully overcame, had a significant impact on Liza's upbringing. Following Mike Todd's passing, Eddie Fisher became Liza's initial stepfather. Subsequently, Richard Burton entered the picture, marrying Liz and legally adopting Liza, with whom he reportedly shared a profound connection. Liza referred to Burton as Dad, while reserving the term father for Mike Todd. Liz frequently remarked that Burton was the finest stepfather one could have. Liza pursued an extensive education in the arts, attending a boarding school in Switzerland, followed by the Horny College of Art in London, and later the Otis Art Institute in Los Angeles. Professionally known as Liza Todd TV, she gained recognition as a sculptor, celebrated for her equine and animal sculptures, which are praised for their anatomical precision and emotional depth. She expressed her artistic voice through bronze, crafting sculptures that authentically represent her subjects. Among her notable commissions are bronze sculptures of iconic racehorses such as Secretariat, a memorial for Nazwa, and a life-sized calf for Gstaad, Switzerland, a beloved family destination. Her work has received international acclaim, showcased in galleries and auctions with prices ranging from $300 to $22,500. Liza Todd has consistently valued her privacy. In 1984, she wed Hap Tai and they welcomed 2 sons, Quinn Tai and Reese Tai, before their divorce in 2003. Liza currently resides in upstate New York, leading a tranquil life surrounded by animals. She is said to rarely, if ever, discuss her illustrious heritage and made a conscious choice early in her life to remain separate from her mother's sphere. Despite her preference for privacy, Liza spent time on her mother's film sets during her childhood. Elizabeth Taylor observed that Liza had inherited many of Mike Todd's mannerisms and vitality. Although Liza's direct public involvement with the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation or the House of Taylor, which manages her mother's estate, is not prominent, her branch of the family remains actively engaged through her son, Quinn Tai, who serves as a trustee of the House of Taylor and plays a crucial role in the ATAF, dedicated to advancing his grandmother's advocacy. He articulately discusses her influence, highlighting that to him, she was merely grandma. Liza's other son, Ri Tai, a musician, has also gained recognition for this. Liza's method appears to be one of private stewardship, empowering the next generation to uphold the public philanthropic legacy. The foremost individual is Maria Burton Carson, born in Munich, Germany, around August 1, 1961. The identities of her biological parents remain undisclosed. Elizabeth Taylor initiated Maria's adoption, reportedly when Maria was 3, possibly while still married to Eddie Fisher. After Taylor's marriage to Richard Burton, he also legally adopted Maria. Maria's early years were characterized by significant health challenges, including a congenital hip condition that necessitated nearly 24 surgeries. Taylor famously remarked, "I want her all the more because she's ill. Maybe I can do something to help," demonstrating her profound compassion. Both Taylor and Burton were dedicated to Maria's medical care. Being raised by them entailed a whirlwind life of global travel and relentless media scrutiny. Maria nurtured her creative talents through fashion design. More notably, she and her first husband, Steve Carson, co-owned the Carson Organization, Leaded, a boutique talent agency. This endeavor reflected a sophisticated engagement with the entertainment industry from a position of influence. Reports also depict Maria as a philanthropist, embodying a spirit reminiscent of her mother's well-documented advocacy. While specific details of her own high-profile involvement are less publicized, her daughter, Liza Carson, serves as an ambassador for the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, ETA, continuing her grandmother's legacy. Maria has been married twice. Maria's first marriage was to Daniel Steve Carson in 1981, which ended in divorce in 2000 after 19 years. They had a daughter, Elizabeth Eliza Carson, born in 1982. In 2002, Maria entered into a second marriage with Tom McCann, with whom she had a son, Richard McCann, reportedly born in 2001, before also divorcing. A significant aspect of Maria's role as a mother has been her resolute commitment to shielding her children from media scrutiny influenced by her own childhood experiences. Although she generally maintains a low profile, Maria has made sporadic public appearances for family-related events, such as celebrating Taylor's 75th birthday and accepting Richard Burton's posthumous star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Maria Burton Carson's journey exemplifies the pursuit of an independent identity while being linked to a notably illustrious family background. With each individual managing the considerable legacy and advantages of their heritage in their unique manner.